because like
It never fucking ends.
yeah, it never ends, and it's like if I let one little thing go, it's like, well, fuck it.
Thank you.
Everything's falling apart. There's just
Why even fucking bother at this point if this one
chaos
thing is
reigns
out?
supreme.
Mm-hmm. So that's my excuse.
Um, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hey, internet, how are you, Seb, today?
Wait, are we on the internet now?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
Oh, fuck, what?
They're gonna see it. I make this funny face.
Oh, no. Stop making that face. Dude.
I don't want the world to see me, because I don't think that they'd understand. What is that?
I have no idea. I
It's
cannot
like a
tell you.
it was like a 90s radio hit.
Yeah. I didn't listen to the radio in the 90s or watch TV or
Oh, were you
exist.
busy living your life and having an exciting adventure every single day?
No, I was just really depressed, but thank you for bringing it up, dickhead.
Mm. Well, luckily, that's all behind you.
Thank God. Oh my God. Can you imagine?
So, whew. Should we clap it in?
Let's clap it in, bruh.
Woo!
Ow!
On fire tonight.
All
We
right.
are on fire tonight with Josh and Tressa. This is Pirate Radio on fire tonight.
Josh, that's not the name of this podcast.
When we talk pirates, yar. Guys, we're going to talk about Our Flag Means Death, Season 1, Episode 6. So if you haven't seen it already and don't like spoilers, you were warned.
Go watch it, dummy.
What'd you think of this episode, homie? A lot of good stuff happens.
So good. I don't know if I've said this yet, but I fucking love this show.
Yeah, it's pretty great. They take a very relaxed and silly and confident approach to the jokes, and it's really good. It's like you know,
Yeah.
they let things unfold. It's like they're not hurried about it.
Right. Or stuffy and pristine about it.
Yeah.
They don't care about being perfect. They care about being fun.
Do you think they don't care about being perfect? Do you think there's like some
I don't.
imperfect
No, I
thing
don't
that
think
like
it's
they let through?
imperfect. No, shut up. I think that they don't care about being perfect, which makes it perfect, is what I meant. Josh.
Tressa.
This was episode 6, and it was called The Art of Fuckery. And I looked it up online to make sure I had the right number because I'm bad at things. And the title online, it just says The Art of F ... You stupid idiots. It's fuckery.
I think Leslie Jones has a podcast called The Fuckeries.
That makes sense.
I have not listened to it, but I love her, so I don't know what the fuck I'm waiting for.
Yeah, what are you doing, dude?
Yeah, I've literally been wasting every moment
of your life.
Yeah. Yeah. Long before it existed, I was wasting moments.
And
then it started existing, I think.
Yeah.
And I was double wasting them.
God damn it.
Yeah.
We start off with Ed teaching Steve some swashbuckling moves.
Yeah.
Fencing, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. Fencing. For real.
Ed is listening in and he's pissed. Or not
Is,
Ed,
Izzy,
Izzy.
Izzy's listening in and he's pissed.
Mhm,
He's like,
mhm.
oh, God damn it.
Where is he?
Um, so Steed's not good, even after lots of lessons. He's like, I'm getting better.
Mm,
I didn't even cut myself on my own sword. Oh, there I go.
yeah. So it's like, I need you to just stab me, put your sword right through me. He's like,
Yeah.
no,
Run
I'm
me
not doing
through.
that.
This is
Yep,
an advanced move.
I'm not doing that. So he pulls his gun on him and forces him to.
Yeah, he's like, if you don't run me through, I'm going to shoot you. So do it.
So he does.
And then Ed has a very advanced maneuver where he has
Mhm.
very carefully avoided all the major organs. Science teaches us that all of the
Yes.
important stuff is on the right. So I
Yes.
cleverly, every time I've been run through, and it's been many times, I let the sword hit me on the left-hand side.
Hmm. What
And we
about the
see,
liver?
I don't even know what that does. We see that he has a lot of pre-existing scars.
That was the first time I noticed that. That was a great detail.
so so how do I how well, like what do we do to take the sword out? Well, I'll just relax and you give it a tug. And they're both like moaning and wailing, and Izzy, who's hiding behind the mast with his back to them,
Mhm.
is
So
just
upset.
he's so upset. He's tortured by the sounds of their moans and groans.
Mhm.
And it's not even clear that he thinks they're like having sex instead of have a sword through each other. It doesn't matter. He's
Right.
jealous. Doesn't matter.
Absolutely. It
Right.
doesn't. Either way, it's heartbreaking to him. It's
Yeah.
devastating. I should have drank coffee before this. So then we go to Steed telling a really scary ghost story, and it ends with there, the guy turns around and it's an older gentleman and he has a hook for a head, which is great because it offers up a lot of questions. How do you know he's older if he's got a hook for his head? That was my
The
question.
answer always
Mhm.
look at the hands.
Oh,
Yeah, the hands tell the story.
nice. Yeah, I remember a carnival worker told me that once. That's how you guess someone's proper age.
Oh, that's okay. So wait, were you working at a carnival or did you just befriend a carnival worker?
I think actually when I was younger, I saw it on TV and I made it sound like I met someone who told me that.
Mhm.
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 Yeah, that's how I meet most of my friends.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. They're they're just things I see
I'm
on
so
TV.
sad. All right, sorry. Uh,
Wait, so
Go.
okay, so carnival workers can guess your age and weight. Do they
Mhm.
get your weight like just
Looking at your hands.
is it all hand based?
I don't know, dude. I wasn't paying attention to the weight thing.
Do you think Izzy Hands used to be a carnival worker?
Yes, that's exactly it.
Izzy the Spewer,
Dizzy Izzy.
aka Iggy. I love that this mean prick ends up getting bullied by everyone he's trying to bully.
Yeah, it's nice.
To be fair, to take his
Mhm,
side,
mhm,
to be the devil's advocate,
mhm.
he is just trying to do his job correctly,
Right, right.
part of which is being a dick. All right, so Steed tells the story about an older gentleman with a hook for a head, and they're like, Blackbeard, what's the scariest thing you've ever seen? He's like, well, that's tricky because I've never felt fear,
That's right.
but there was something scary.
And we go to a flashback as him as a child, as he witnesses a drunk dude being uh, brutalized by the Kraken. The Kraken.
Yeah, the Kraken was the thing that scared him to death. And then as he's telling that story, we see on a different part of the ship his guys, Izzy and Fang.
Mhm.
And what's the other guy's name?
Ivan, I think.
Ivan.
I
The
think
three of
so.
them are like, so we're not killing that guy now?
Oh, we're killing that guy.
Yeah, they're like, what the fuck? I thought Steed would be dead already.
Which I think a little bit later we see more of Blackbeard's crew, but I think it's super fun that we only see three people at all times because he talks about his crew all the time and how they're there, but we never see any of them
Totally.
except for Fang and Ivan and Izzy. But also Fang and Ivan, they're up for whatever. Like they want to see Steed dead, but also it's cool if no, that's whatever. They're cool with it. I love those guys. Hot Topic spike belts on their head. Love it. Love it.
um, so then we go back to Ed, and he's like, the Kraken killed my dad. So that guy who we saw in the flashback getting killed was his father.
Oh fuck, dude.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then on the topic of fear, because
Yes.
that's what this whole episode is about,
That's
he
right.
he gives the he gives the men a master class in the art of fuckery, aka the theater of fear.
That's right.
He
There's
appears here, there, and everywhere.
so confusing and scary. And there's fog that's green and it smells and looks weird.
And there's like
Yes.
fireworks. There's
Yeah.
just pyrotechnics.
Yeah. Super
So it's sort of
scary.
like a Kiss concert.
Yeah. Absolutely. Um,
He's
Swede jumps overboard.
it's terrifying.
Yeah. Who is it? Buttons bites Lucius's finger for some reason. It was he said it because he thought that he was a demon or something, but it was just like, well, out of the blue, you just bit someone's finger. Anyway,
I mean, if you think they're a demon, like, what else are you supposed to do but bite their finger?
that's fair.
Or
That's a
if
fair
you think
point.
the finger is the demon,
Finger demon.
yeah.
Mm.
So then Ed sort of, he reveals his stage magic to them by being in a harness and being like, that was the theater of, that
Yeah,
was the
yeah,
art of
yeah.
fuckery. And
But
go ahead.
how did he do that though? I mean, it's all like pretty simple bullshit, but he basically transported from one part of the boat to the other in a split second. That what was that about?
It's called the art of fuckery.
Oh,
Yeah, it's the theater of fear.
I guess I was too scared to figure it out.
Yeah. When pure terror grips your heart,
Yeah,
you can't think straight. You
that's
can't
right.
reason.
Hmm.
You'll never solve this puzzle.
And
It strikes you at your very core.
I think that's what happened. That's probably it.
No, I mean it's like, it's Scooby Doo.
Oh,
Yeah,
and fear.
yeah.
Uh,
Have you seen the show? Maybe I've asked you this already. Have you seen Los Espookies?
you may have asked me that. I don't remember, but I do not think I have.
It is wonderful. It's
Fantastic.
mostly in Spanish with subtitles,
Hmm.
and it's very Scooby Doo, but
Nice.
uh elevated. It's like a live action cartoon kind of thing.
What does that mean?
Uh a group of friends
Hmm.
start a horror for hire type of business,
Mm-hmm.
and all of their horror gimmicks are like they are similarly scientifically impossible the way like a Scooby-Doo or this particular art of fuckery.
Nice.
um
So it's live action, but it has animated uh um details to it. Like
well
you said it
I
was
mean
live action animated.
there is no animation. It is all live action, but it is cartoonish in quality, in nature,
Okay, got it.
if that makes sense.
Yep. Totally makes sense. That was my question.
Yeah,
Thank
it's
you.
from Julio Torres and Ana Fabrica and Fred Armisen, who is literally
Oh,
in everything.
he literally is. He's in my kitchen right now. So
Oh
Ed
wait,
wants
do you know him from Chicago stuff, from like rock there?
no.
Okay.
No. I mean, I know people that know him, but anyway, oh yeah, so Ed wants to get down from his harness.
And he's like, Izzy, get me down.
Why are you so close to my dick? Just get me down. Just unbuckle it. What are you doing? And Izzy's like, you know what? Fuck you guys. I'm out of here. So Ed has to have a little meeting with Fang and Ivan and Izzy to smooth things over. But Izzy is pissed and he just wants Steed dead.
Okay, so just let's back up for a second, because you did the thing that you always
I always
do.
think because I want to move it along. Yeah.
So Izzy, in an expression of sadness and jealousy,
Mhm.
runs off. He's not like, oh, whatever. Like every like your brain literally processes all emotion as, oh, whatever.
Okay, to be fair, I did say he was like, oh, fuck you guys. In the fact that he was angry and upset. I don't remember exactly what he said, but I think, oh, fuck you guys, express that.
Okay. All right. Good. Good.
Thank
All
you.
right. You're getting closer.
Thank
We're
you.
making breakthroughs.
Thank you.
Um yeah, so they call, Ed's like, what's going on here?
And Izzy's like, you said no pets. We can't have pets on boats. They befoul the boats. You said so. And he's like, yeah, what?
And he's like,
What?
oh, and people who love their pets are weak for loving their
Right.
pets.
You made Fang kill his dog before we got on here.
And Fang is in tears about
He's
it
so sad.
still. And
He's in a better place now, but he's going to go to a different heaven.
it's doggy heaven.
Yeah.
So so he's like, okay, what's your point about these pets and whatever? And they're like, my dude, we think that Steed is like a pet for you.
They're not wrong at this point.
And you should put him down.
What?
Then we cut to a black turtleneck wearing Steed Bonnet with his assembled men in front of him, and he's asking all of them to tell him a scary story. And nobody can get more than 2 words out without him being like, that sucks. Nope, bad one. No, no
Fuck.
good.
Fuck you guys. Fuck. Because there's a Dutch merchant ship on its way. They're going to meet up with it like the next night, and they want to perform a fuckery for this ship.
Yeah, man. Like, we now know about fuckery.
Yeah.
Let's do some fuckery on these Dutch fuckers.
Hell yeah. Let's put on a show and pay for the rec center.
So, everybody's got their 2 cents, and he's like, well, the master of horror, William Shakespeare, could teach us all a thing or two.
And then I think it's Roach who's like, what is that smell? It's like vaguely a dead body. And Lucius lifts up his finger and it's all swollen and infected and disgusting. And everyone is disgusted. And he passes out and they bring him to the mess hall because Roach is going to cut off his finger. Knives are knives, meat is meat.
I
It's
thought you were the
fine.
cook. You're the surgeon too.
Knives are knives, meat is meat.
So he wakes up right as they're about to do the chop chop and he runs away
Mm-hmm.
with his swollen, disgusting finger that smells something like a dead man. Steed returns to the backstage area.
Yeah.
And he's like, guys, I forgot about the most important thing about all of this theater, which is the company. We are a company and we work together, so we can do this together. And they're like, oh, actually, we've pretty much got it all worked out. We just don't have a finale. And he's like, I think I might have something.
Mm-mm-mm.
Dun, dun, dun. So then they get themselves together to do their fuckery. And Ed, who's been given a talking to about
Mm-hmm.
putting down his pet, is trying to
Sure.
psych himself up
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
to take some hard action.
Mm-hmm. Crunchy's like, you got to get out of here. We're going to do some fuckery. I'll show you to your seat so you can watch it all.
He's like, what?
I don't know. Well, okay. So the Dutch come on board and they are very confused
Right.
because
They're all, by the way, they're all just fully
pilgrims.
dressed as like the night watch. Like they look very 1600s.
Mhm.
Um,
Gross. Oh yeah. Well, okay, but first I have a question. Before Ed gets scurried off to his seat, he's doing that finger knife thing where you put the knife between your fingers.
right.
Does that have a name, that thing?
I don't know. It's the thing that we see in Alien.
Everything.
And have you watched Barry? There's a great scene where they do that in Barry. Oh my God, dude. Barry is great.
I've heard that. I was I was listening to a podcast and Paul I don't know if this is going to make any sense when it comes out of my mouth, so bear with me. Paul Rust was like, boy, I sure wish more people had made fan art of that one show with, God damn it. Never mind. It's not going to make sense.
What?
Basically, the entire setup was so you would say you wish somebody had did you wish somebody drew Barrymore, and it was hilarious when I heard it. But now I bet it's even funnier. Anyway.
Oh, I get it.
So let's pretend that didn't happen.
No, let's just talk about Drew Barrymore.
Okay.
She was in E.T. and Firestarter
Mm-hmm.
and Donnie Darko
She
and
was?
Charlie's Angels. Yeah. She was one of the teachers in Donnie Darko.
I don't remember a lot from that movie.
Is it because we're living in a tangent parallel universe?
Obviously.
Hmm.
She was probably the coolest kid that ever existed.
Right?
She had a
Absolutely.
drug habit. How cool is that?
Well, I I think she had a lot of things going on throughout her life.
I know, so cool. And how great was she in Poison Ivy?
Was she in Poison Ivy?
She was in the first one.
I don't remember any of those movies.
I don't either. I just remember she was in it and she was a teenager and she was fucking cool.
Okay.
She had like tights and shorts on at the same time. Fucking cool, dude.
She and Crispin Hellion Glover
Hmm.
have both done something that very few people have done. Do you know what that is?
No.
Stood on David Letterman's desk.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she flashed him.
She flashed him and he tried to like kick Letterman while he was on acid or shrooms or something.
Yeah, that sounds vaguely familiar. And also, yeah, what he would do.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
wait, he's also in Charlie's Angels.
He's like the bad guy, right?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously.
Holy shit. Did they meet because they're like part of a David Letterman desk
Yeah.
consortium?
Yeah, it's a private club that only they belong to.
It all makes sense
I
now.
We're through the looking glass here.
um, right. And she's got a kid or two with Tom Green,
Right. Mm-hmm.
who is Canadian.
Ew.
It's a fact. You just got to live with that.
It sounds fake. I don't believe you. Who would be Canadian? I mean, honestly, I would.
Okay, so Ed was getting himself psyched up by
Uh-huh.
doing that finger knife thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's got to harden his heart and put down his pet,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
which he does not want to do at all. The Dutch arrive and find the ship very spooky, like a haunted house in the month of October, aka very like
Uh-huh.
amateurishly.
It's like a Boy Scout haunted house
Yeah. Like
in someone's mom's house.
they're all dressed identically in black and holding a skull, and they pop up and disappear,
Right. And I didn't get it until one of the Dutch guys was like, were they all supposed to be the same person? They all had
but with
very
different,
different
they look
hairstyles.
different, they have different hairstyles. So they're trying to do what Blackbeard was able to do
Uh-huh.
all on his own,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
but they're still working on their fuckery.
Yeah. We
Uh,
got wait,
the the
we
Dutch
got
start running through the ship.
but wait,
And
we got Frenchie as a witch, and his scary accessory is Wee John as a cat.
a giant cat that meows.
I think they're in Steed's cabin because they're running through and oh,
And Ed is peeking through the curtain,
yeah, he's checking out what's going on. The-
and one by one they appear. Lucius is like, they can't chop off my finger if there's no finger to chop off. And then he cuts his own finger off and blood squirts.
Woo!
And yeah, and Ed is to Steed is like, how did they do that? He's like, I don't know, man.
They impressed Ed, of
Yeah, the
course.
Swede starts singing, which is all he wanted to do. And then the finale,
Mm,
it's the Kraken.
holy fuck, dude.
Yeah, Steed is like, behold the Kraken, and it sends Ed into a tailspin, and he
Mm,
falls into the room,
hmm.
revealing himself to the Dutch, who recognize him immediately
Yes.
and are finally, for real, scared, and they go running and just jump off the fucking ship. Blackbeard! Splash.
I mean, if they can scare Blackbeard, what the fuck is going on in there? It's got to be the worst thing that's ever happened on Earth. And he is terrified.
I don't think that they are scared by
Yeah, I know, but that's
Blackbeard
like
being scared. I think they're just
that's
scared
my
of
head canon.
Blackbeard.
I just want it to be like that. That's how I want to think about it because
Mhm.
it's cute. I'm
It
giving
is.
them
It
I'm giving them a lot
is.
of credit.
Yeah.
So Ed is traumatized and he's going to hide in a bathtub and be sad.
Yeah. He's like in the fetal position in a bathtub. And Steve is like, hey, buddy.
You all right? What's going on?
He's like, we see another flashback
Mm-hmm.
that drunken lout that
Mm-hmm.
was his father is treating his mom badly and storms off.
There was no Kraken.
Ed was the Kraken. He killed his own father with a rope, and he buried that memory as the Kraken did it.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the only person he's ever killed personally. Everyone else, he's delegated that. He's maimed many,
Sure. Maiming's different.
but he hasn't
Maiming's
killed anyone else. And
love a good
now
name.
he was supposed to kill Steed. He confesses. And Steed is like, well, listen,
Steed doesn't belong in doggy heaven.
yeah. And he's like, this. Oh, and also
Mm-hmm.
Ed is like, this is why I don't have any friends.
But
Steve's
I'm
like,
your friend.
I'm your friend. What if we just forget all about this plan to kill me? And
Okay.
it's very touching, and Ed agrees.
And he feels so much better. Everyone's
Yeah,
fine now.
right. They go up on deck, and Blackbeard,
Congratulate the crew.
yeah, Blackbeard is giving every single one of the crew great reviews on their terrific fuckery.
Fantastic fuckery.
And Izzy is pissed.
So pissed.
So he challenges Steed to a duel.
What else are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what are the stakes? Like, what do we do? Like, what's going on here? He's like, let's make it interesting. The loser is banished from the ship if he's not dead.
Man, what a great fencing slash sword fight or whatever this is. It was so intense. I mean, Izzy's the best with his sword. Izzy is amazing with his sword. So obviously he's gonna win, right, Josh?
Izzy's an amazing swordsman. It's
Mm-hmm.
undeniable. He comes at him with a flourish.
Mm-hmm.
And Steed is like, what about a warning?
That was your warning, bitch.
That was your warning. So Izzy, in his mastery, runs Steed through. Steed, however,
What
has
happens?
he now knows a little bit about science and avoids all of the major organs.
That's right.
The sword runs him through straight into the mast where it gets stuck. That
right.
is some very expensive cherry wood. Is it cherry
Brazilian.
wood?
Cherry.
Brazilian cherry.
Mm-hmm. I didn't even
Best
know
in the world.
I didn't know Brazil had cherry trees. So there's that.
Yeah, I don't know much about cherry trees, but
Oh, I'm very fluent in cherry tree.
Steed is a gentleman first and a pirate second.
That's right.
So nothing but the best.
That's right.
It's all finery. And so Izzy can't get his sword out. So Steed is run through. It's absolutely anchored in the mast. And the sword breaks off at the hilt.
And once the sword is inoperable, you lose.
According
to Buttons.
According to Buttons, those are the rules. So everyone celebrates. Steed has won. And then now it's morning.
He's still there.
Yeah, he's still stuck to the mast. We've got Izzy in a rowboat with crossed oars in a very sort of like skull and crossbones formation.
Nice.
Yeah, it looks very cool. And Roach tosses him a sandwich for the trip that just like bounces off his head and goes into the water.
Oh, I would have eaten that. They have a burial at sea for Lucius's finger,
which is not terribly poetic. It just gets tossed into the ocean.
You could have skipped it or something.
No, like they were like, you could have done anything. Black Pete has whittled Lucius a finger as a gift. He's like, it kind of looks like a dong, but
a what?
A dong? Doesn't he say
Thumb.
that?
No, a thumb.
Oh, I thought he was saying dong.
No, he said thumb.
Okay.
It's fine. What's up, dong finger?
And meanwhile, Steed is still pinned to the mast.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then we have a scene back at the Republic of Pirates
At Jackie's Inn.
at Jackie's Inn, where Fred Armisen, who is literally in everything, he
Hey.
pitches the idea to Jackie. He is one of her many husbands.
Mm-hmm,
He's like,
mm-hmm.
what if we served food also? And she's like, don't we have enough overhead as it is? Are you kidding?
They don't want to get a kitchen and pay a wait staff. That's ridiculous.
I love how pedestrian this argument is.
Yeah. And guess who
And
shows up?
Izzy.
What?
And he has a proposition for Jackie.
I wonder what it's going to be. Probably like a kitchen so they can serve food. He'll run it. That's
Maybe
probably
he
it.
might have just been thinking about that lost sandwich the entire
Right,
way.
exactly. How could you not? He rowed a boat to that island. Okay, these rowboats make an appearance throughout, not those specifically, but like rowboats make an appearance throughout this series. Who the fuck is rowing a boat in the ocean and surviving?
Dude, there's a guy that just rode from North America to Ireland, like single-handedly.
What the fuck? How? Like not even sails or anything?
No, and
Is he
I
dead?
think he started off with another guy who had to be like airlifted out for health reasons
Obviously.
very early in the trip, and he just did the whole fucking thing alone.
Dude,
It's bananas.
I had not heard about that. And that guy should be institutionalized. That is insane.
I don't think he's the only one to do that. Like people have
How
single-handedly done that trip before, but I think he might have done it the fastest.
how long does it take? How
It
long does it take for the fastest guy to do it?
if you give me a sec, I'll look it up right now.
Ugh. But also, I'm just talking. I get that there's like trade routes and pirates know how to get from here to there and navigation and whatnot. But it seems like they know exactly where to go to find someone at points of the show. And that baffles me. Doesn't ruin the show at all for me, just baffles me.
Okay, so this dude rode from New York to Galway in 112 days. And maybe that is or is not a record. I don't know. But it's fucking bats. He's a former professional rugby player named Damian Brown.
112? So that's almost 4 months, right?
Yeah.
I
First of all, you got to be really comfortable with your own company.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't care. A food, water, shield from the sun. I just don't
Yeah, right?
understand.
Like all those questions, all those questions. I mean,
Sleep? How do you not get just carried away when you fall asleep?
maybe you do. And then
And
you
then
have
you
to
have to
make up that
start over.
ground. I don't know.
I hate it.
Yeah.
I don't care for that one bit.
Yeah, I mean, part of me wants to do it,
Yeah, because you're an
but
idiot.
a bigger part of me wants no part of it.
That's the smart part of you.
Like the part of me that like yearns for adventure is like sail around the world.
Mhm.
And the part of me that's the real me is like, oh, you just be like wet and seasick.
And so sick of fish. Ugh.
Yeah, I hope you like seafood, my dude.
But I don't. pirate part of you wants to travel the world in a rowboat, and the gentleman part of you knows that's stupid.
Well, also like, how, like, fuck, how does he like desalinate water? Like he meant like, can
I'm sure there's some sort of
I mean you can filter that stuff, but like, uh, man,
uh,
yeah.
was it
Anyway,
was it a
but
big rowboat? Like, how big is this rowboat? Is there like, I have so many questions. I hate it so much.
I mean, I don't think it was a very large craft.
Did he have a comfortable seat?
He came home with a beard.
He had a lady with him and he's actually gay.
Let's see. It
Get
looks
it?
like
Josh, a lady with him. Get it? He had a beard, a lady with him.
oh,
Get it?
oh, oh, oh,
Get it?
oh, okay.
Get
Right, right.
it?
Sorry. Right. Sometimes a beard isn't a beard. Um, but also, by the way, this dude like left his wife and like baby to do this trip.
Is he American?
No, he's Irish.
So he flew to America to row back to Ireland. Is that what happened?
Or something like that. But I mean, like, can you imagine
Yeah.
you've just given birth, like you
Yeah.
have
And you're
a
high and dry.
baby,
Yeah. Yeah.
and
Uh-huh.
your spouse is like, I have a fun project that might kill me. In fact,
See,
the odds are good that it will kill me.
cool, bye. I'm already doing all the diapers and the cleaning and the cooking and everything else without you. I mean, you already are here and you're not doing shit. So bye. You're just in my way right now. What?
Ugh. Well, I mean, I guess if you know,
Rugby players, am I right?
I don't know. I mean, that dude, he's got some survival skills. Like, if
He's
he,
an idiot, is what it is.
yeah, I mean, it sounds incredibly impressive and terribly selfish.
Yeah.
Like a
Uh-huh.
lot, it's just a lot of things all at once.
Uh-huh. It's a smorgasbord of jock.
It's a smorgy borgy.
Yep, a smorgy.
Um, so if you know, if that dude can do it, Izzy can do some shit.
Oh yeah. Izzy's been doing that since birth.
Right. Also, like, what about like the ships that they plunder? Do they just sink them? Do they like set people free on their plundered ships?
I
Like
mean,
the Dutch all leapt to their deaths, as far as I can tell. So like that's a perfectly good ship that,
right. And you'd think that the ships would be worth money. So,
oh my God, ships are worth so much money back then. Plus, like if
mhm,
you have more than just one pirate ship, but you have like a small, you know,
crew.
yeah, like what do you call a bunch of ships together?
Oh, not an armada.
Yeah, like
Okay.
why not? Like why have one ship if you can have an armada of ships?
Absolutely. I mean, you can travel together, just put another dude over there and say, you're a kind of captain for that ship, but I'm the captain, but just take care of that ship and follow
Yeah.
me.
Yeah. Then whenever they run into a single ship on its own, they already outnumber it and outflank it. Like,
You know, they got weapons and cannons and shit on those other boats. Maybe not a merchant boat, but still.
but probably something. I mean, they had
Mhm.
to protect themselves from piracy and privateers and everything.
And fuckery.
And fuckery. There's no protection from fuckery. Because
Nope.
fuckery wins every time.
Yep.
Um, what else? Oh, you know what? These ships probably all have transmitters also, because like pirate radio.
Josh, we're not
You
doing
know,
this.
you know,
We're not doing this.
much
Mm-mm.
like, you know
No,
what I'm talking about?
we're not doing this right now.
You guys,
Josh,
we have been
mm-mm, mm-mm, don't do it.
pirate radio on fire
Joshua,
tonight.
that is not the name of our podcast.
We're Josh and Tressa. We're pirates broadcasting
We are
on
Josh and
pirate
Tressa. We are on
radio.
fire tonight. We have been blazing all night. We are on fire tonight, Josh. We are not pirate radio.
All right, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. This has been all the time we have for today. We're on fire tonight. We are pirate radio, whether or not Tressa
Josh,
likes
that
it.
is not the name of our podcast. Okay, you know what? Have a great Sunday. We'll see you in a minute to talk about